Hey, what's going on, all you ghouls and ghosts out there? My name is Mike Macabre, and welcome to the graveyard. As always, if you like what you see, like, subscribe, comment, share the video, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more of my reaction videos, Friday Night Frights, Mouthing Off with Mike Macabre, or whatever else I'm doing on this channel. But on tonight's episode, we have another reviews and reaction. Who we doing tonight? Okay, I think I've done maybe one or two of these guys. It's been a really long time. Crass. We're going to be reacting to their song Bloody Revolution. Link to our original video will be down in the description box for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. And this request comes to us by Stephen Fritchie. Thank you for that lovely, lovely request. As always, going into this blind with my off-the-cuff comments. If I recognize a song, I'll definitely let everybody know. I'm going to be as transparent as possible. But no more ghouling around. Let's check it out. All right, ghouls and ghosts. Crass with their song Bloody Revolution. Interesting intro there.
You talk about revolution, oh that's fine. But what are you going to be doing come the time? Are you gonna be the big man, the Tommy gun? We talk of freedom when the blood begins to run. Freedom has no value, if violence is the price. I want your revolution, I want anarchy and peace. You talk about fighting power, you violence as your soul. You speak of liberation.
Very croaky.
But what about those people who don't want your new restrictions? Those that disagree with you and have their own convictions. You say they've got it wrong because they don't agree with you. So when the revolution comes, you have to run through. You say that revolution bring freedom for us all. Well, freedom just ain't freedom when your back's against the wall. You talk about fight power with violence as your tool. You speak of liberation and when the people rule. Well, only people rule right now and do for their feet. Just like now I've said beers, they're up for sons of me. Will you indoctrinate the masses to serve your new regime? And simply do away with those whose views are too extreme. Transportation details can be left to British Rail, where cyclone be succeeded, and obviously gas will fail. It's just the same old story of man destroying man. We've got to look for other answers to the problems of this land. You talk about great power, with violence and your soul. You speak of liberation, and when the people rule, well, ain't it people rule right now and do it for their feet. Just like now I've said beers, they're up for sons of me.
Vive la révolution! People of the world unite! Stand up, men of courage! It's your job to fight!
All ain't very easy, that's where revolution goes. But when you start to really play, things won't be quite the same. Your intellectual limits on how it's going to be. That seems to take into account the true reality. But the truth of what you're saying, as you sit there sipping beer, it's fake and dead and something, but you wouldn't care.
You're far too much of a man for that. It's loaded, it's so can you? What's the freedom of us all against the suffering of the few? What's the kind of self-deception that kills 10 million Jews just for
Sounds like a bastardization of our national anthem.
Nothing's changed for all the death that their ideas created. It's just the same fascistic games, but the rules aren't clearly stated. Nothing's really different, cause all government's the same. They can call it freedom, but slavery is the game. There's nothing that you offer, but a dream of last year's hero. The truth of revolution, brother. Brother, 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 brother.
Interesting. First and foremost, I'm gonna have a real hard time trying not to do uh the accent that was presented here because I don't know. I found it very funny, very Cagney, if you will. But we'll talk more about that in the review section. See you there. All right, ghouls and ghosts. That was Crass with their song "Bloody a Revolution" lyrics. Link to original video, as always, will be down in the description box for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. And again, this request comes to us by Stephen Fritchie. Thank you for that lovely, lovely request. Now, this was pure anarchy in its purest form. And it makes sense. I'm not necessarily an anarchist by nature, but I'm definitely down with government. Boo! I don't try to get too on this channel, but sometimes if you know something like this where it's overtly political, you kind of have to uh, roll with the flow, speak, and yeah, no matter what political affiliation you do or you are, there is some sort of oppression. Whether if you're from the right feeling oppressed from the left, or the left feeling oppressed from the right. Centrist, and they're both fucking you. And then there's communism, and then there's Marxism, Maoism, Taoism, Druidism, all the isms. But I haven't heard of Mao Zedong, and God, the last time I remember, I did a paper on Mao Zedong. Well, specifically, we had to pick through different fascists, and it was like pull a name out of a hat, and then you get to, whichever one was left, and I was like the last one to pick, and Mao was the last one, and we had to do like political cartoons about, your whatever political affiliation he was, and do like a propaganda scroll or a little comic strip or something. And I remember getting high marks on that, but yeah, the starvation of like was it like 10 million? That was in high school, so I don't remember all the facts. Don't lynch me, okay? But anyways, it was quirky, but in that quirky Cogni accent that he was doing, it kind of obviously if you don't agree with anarchism, there's still grains of truth in there, and it's quite impactful. You try to talk about peace, but the only way you get peace is through violence. So at what cost? And then they talk about the costs, and is it morally ethical? Is it moral or ethical, I should say? So that's up to you. I personally think I'm not necessarily a pacifist, but death and murder is abhorrent in every sense of the word. No matter how you cut it, they say the biblical eye for an eye, so I don't believe in that credence. The the music itself was just It was so simple, but it was so effective, and it had that kind. I want to say carnival feel, but it had that kind of. It's just the kind of monotonous, and in that context, there's a lot of pictures to be painted with the lyrics, and I think that was very masterfully done in this particular instance. And then when he got really high, I was not expecting him to go that high. Uh, but it makes me want to bring out my terrible accent. Oi, mate, and I'm Bobby in a lorry. Oh, bloody ale. But all I'm gonna, I don't, I don't want to go. I do apologize, but I do digress. It's really hard to, because I really enjoyed it, and it had a very good theme, very impactful theme, very impactful lyrics. It's a very non-traditional song. I'm not sure what the beginning or the intro had to do with anything. It was a nice little change up to the whole thing. So let me think about it. Okay, I think I just came up with a score. I am going to give this 4 skulls out of 5. Absolutely happy with that score for all the reasons I just stated. And I think most of it came down to the message and the juxtaposition between everything that was presented, between the lyrics being as hard and impactful as they were, with the kind of upbeat, jovial nature of it all. So, yeah, bloody revolutions. You need them. At what cost? At what price? But I think that's going to be it for this episode of reviews and reactions. As always, if you like what you saw, like, subscribe, comment, share the video, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more of my reaction videos. Friday Night Frights, Nothing Up with Mike Macabre, or whatever else I'm doing on this channel. Always good. Stay scared.